overall is tapped out. So forget about what Wall Street says or what Scott Bessent is preaching when he goes on Fox News. On Main Street, people are barely holding on. Household debt just hit 18.6 trillion, which is a new all-time high. Credit card delinquencies are now the highest since 2011. Young Americans are defaulting on loans at the fastest rate in over a decade. And then here's the kicker. While the top 20% of earners are still spending like nothing's wrong, the other 80% have pulled back substantially. Before the pandemic, they made up about 42% of U.S. consumer spending. As of today, it's just 37%. So that 5% drop off there is not just a coincidence. It's a clear indicator that something's wrong. So that's just not a dip. That's an entire engine of the economy that's starting to sputter out of control. And then the last thing worth highlighting is the safety nets that people relied upon are breaking. And so as layoffs and debt weren't enough, the government shutdown is making things even worse. So you got food stamps are at risk, child care programs are in limbo, and health insurance premiums are spiking. And in places like Rhode Island, according to a recent report that I read, workers are showing up in person to beg for help. So in this article, one woman told a caseworker she might have to go back to eating cat food. And so when you hear narratives like that, that just lets you know that not everybody has it bad, but there are some out there that are struggling big time. And so this is what a collapse looks like. Not all at once, but piece by piece. You hear story by story of people actually having to do things that would be considered unthinkable if the economy was so great. And so first is jobs, then second is debt, and then you got social systems that are starting to decay. So where does all this go from here is the last question worth putting out there. And so let's be honest, most people aren't ready. According to new surveys that's been put out there, you got 63% of young adults have considered leaving the country. You got half of all adults report signs of loneliness. And then you got 75% says that they're more stressed about America's future than ever before. And then you got the AI anxiety, which is a new term that's popped up. It's doubled in just 1 year. So people feel it in their guts that something fundamentally is breaking. And it's not just the job market, not just the economy, but trust, stability, and identity itself. And it's all happening at the wrong time. And so if you're watching this, here's a takeaway. Don't wait for the headline